Steve Smith is an Australian international cricketer and a former captain of the Australian national cricket team. He became the second international player to achieve a Test batting rating of 947, only behind Don Bradman's 961. Due to his countless remarkable performances over the years, Steve is known as one of the best batsmen in the world. Born and raised in Sydney, Steve moved to England at the age of 17 and played club cricket there. He moved back to Australia and became a member of the Australian cricket team to play in the Under-19 Cricket World Cup. He then joined the Big Bash League and Australian first-class cricket, following which he made his international debut in a 2020 T20 match against Pakistan in February 2010. He also made his one-day international (ODI) debut in the same month against the West Indies in Melbourne. He had initially joined the Australian team as a leg spinner and batted at lower positions in the batting lineup. However, since his Test debut in July 2010 against Pakistan, he gradually moved up the batting order. He has consistently performed well in all the formats, especially in Test cricket, and has been ranked as the top Test batsman in the world in 2015, 2016, and 2017. He has an amazing Test batting average of 61.37. Childhood and early life. Steve Smith was born Stephen Peter Deveriuk Smith on 2 June 1989 in Kogarah, Sydney, New South Wales. His father, Peter Smith, worked as a chemist. His mother, Gillian, was a homemaker. Since his birth, Steve holds both Australian and English citizenships, as his father is Australian and his mother is English. Since childhood, Steve was heavily invested in playing cricket. He graduated from the Menai High School in Illawong, Sydney. He played cricket extensively throughout his school years. As a result, his academics suffered. However, he had been bringing significant glory to his high school by leading his school team to many wins in various inter-school tournaments. Eventually, he dropped out of high school. He had dual citizenship and thus had to decide whether to play for England or for Australia. He moved to England at the age of 17 and joined a local club called Sevenoaks Wine in the Kent Cricket League. His consistent good performances led him to be considered for the county team of Surrey. He also had an option to play for New South Wales. Although Surrey paid him much higher, Steve later chose to play in Australia. Career. Steve Smith played as a member of the Australian Under-19 team at the 2008 Under-19 World Cup, which took place in Malaysia. He played primarily as a leg spinner and a low-order batsman. In the 4 matches that he played in the tournament, he scored 114 runs and took 7 wickets. The same year, he made his Australian first-class debut at the Sydney Cricket Ground, playing for New South Wales against Western Australia. He was also a member of the victorious New South Wales team that played in the 2009 T20 Champions League. While his performances remained strictly above average, he drew praises from legendary cricketers such as Shane Warne. His performances improved toward the end of the 2009 to 2010 domestic season. In February 2010, Steve made his international debut in a T20 match against Pakistan. The same month, Steve made his ODI debut against the West Indies at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Steve was also selected as one of the members of the Australian T20 team that played in the 2010 ICC World T20 tournament. With 11 wickets in 7 matches, Steve emerged as the second equal highest wicketaker by the end of the tournament. Australia was the first runners-up in the tournament. In mid-2010, he was selected for the Australian Test squad to play against Pakistan in the Test series that took place in England. He thus made his Test debut in July 2010 at the Lord's Cricket Ground. He consistently performed well as an all-rounder. He also played in the Ashes series in 2010 to 2011. After a brief hiatus from Test cricket, following the Ashes, Steve made a comeback in 2013 and regained his position as a key member of the Australian squad. He is currently known as one of the best Test batsmen in the world, having scored 6,199 runs, with a batting average of 61.37 in the 1964 matches that he has played. He also scored 23 centuries and 24 half-centuries in Test matches. While he began as a bowler, his bowling performance took a backseat later and he managed to take only 17 wickets, with an abysmal average of 54.88 in Test matches. In the 108 ODI matches that he has played, Steve has scored a total of 3,431 runs. He has an impressive average of 41.84. Additionally, he has scored 8 centuries and 19 half-centuries. He has taken 27 wickets in ODIs, with an average of 34.48. He has also played in the Indian Premier League, IPL, for teams such as the Pune Warriors, the Rajasthan Royals, and the rising Pune Supergiants. Records and achievements. Known as one of the best international players in the world, Steve Smith has been ranked as the top Test batsman in the ICC Players Rankings in 2015, 2016, and 2017. In 2015, he won the Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy, ICC Cricketer of the Year. He thus became the youngest cricketer to win the honour. In the years 2015 and 2017, he was named the ICC Test Player of the Year. He thus became the only player to win the ICC Test Player of the Year honour more than once. Additionally, he was bestowed with the Allan Border Medal for the best player in Australian cricket in 2015 and 2018. He is known as the only ODI player to have scored 5 consecutive 50s in the history of World Cup, a feat he achieved during the 2015 Cricket World Cup. He is also the fastest Australian cricketer to reach the 10,000 run mark in international cricket. Controversies. On 24 March 2018, in a test match against South Africa, Australian cricketer Cameron Bancroft was caught on camera while tampering with the ball. He later accepted in a press conference that the leadership of the team, including Captain Steve Smith, was aware of what he had done. Following an uproar, Steve was removed from captaincy and was replaced by Tim Paine. Steve was banned from international and domestic cricket for a year after an investigation by Cricket Australia confirmed the charges. Personal life. Steve Smith started dating Danny Willis in 2011. After a long-term relationship, the couple announced their engagement in 2017 and got married on 15 September 2018. Facts and trivia. Steve Smith considers former Australian captain Ricky Ponting his batting idol, while former leg spinner Shane Warne is his favourite bowler. Shane Warne has also acted as Steve's mentor. Steve is a huge fan of horse racing and owns shares in 4 racehorses. Steve Smith made his international debut as a leg spinner against Pakistan in 80-20 in 2010. Initially known for his bowling, Smith's batting skills soon took centre stage, earning him comparisons to the legendary Don Bradman. He has won the prestigious Allan Border Medal twice, in 2015 and 2018, awarded to the top-performing Australian male cricketer. At 25, Smith became the youngest man to captain Australia in Test cricket. Smith was instrumental in Australia's 5th ODI World Cup win in 2015, scoring 402 runs in the tournament. The 2017 India tour is remembered for the brain fade moment when Smith consulted the dressing room for a DRS decision, leading to accusations of cheating. In 2018, Smith faced a 12-month ban from cricket due to the infamous sandpaper ball tampering scandal during the Newlands Test against South Africa. Dear viewers, we have tried our best to provide you an informative video. Please comment that how did you find this video, because your comments and opinion are very important to us. If you like the video, please subscribe our channel and give a thumb up so that you may be updated for our every effort regarding upcoming video. Take care of your good self.